Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Franchise Hockey Manager 8 with the Buffalo Sabres. It is year number 3. I simmed up to the end of November offline, and it is not going well. We are 9-13-1. We are in 7th place in the Atlantic. We are in 25th place overall. It has been a bad season. Defensively, we're fine. We've only given up 65 goals, which is, I don't know, maybe top half of the league, top 12-ish. Offensively, though, we are an absolute disaster. We are one of the worst scoring teams in the NHL. We have 53 goals in 23 games. I don't understand it. Maybe it's a tactics thing. So let's get more aggressive. Let's try to create some offense, I guess. Get the puck on the net. Let's try that. If we go to our stats, Eichel leads us in scoring, only 15 points in 23 games. Olofsson, we moved him down to the third line, but he continues to perform. He has 15 and 23 as well. Klingberg with 15 and 23. Dahlin with 13. Casey Middlestat with 11. And then we don't have a single player over 10 points other than that bunch there. Mastro Simone has got 9. Kubalik has had a down season. Tuck has had a down season. Wheeler has had a down season. We have 8 goals between Kubalik, Tuck, and Wheeler in 23 games. Studnicka taking a step backwards. Quinn is only got 6 points in 23 games. Cousins doesn't have a goal in 23 games this season. Christian Fisher's a minus 11. And we lost Mason Shaw for 2 to 3 months. With a torn triceps. So we did re-sign Jonathan Toews to a 1-year contract. He's played 5 games for us this year, has 2 points. It was like a $4 million contract. We had plenty of money. The ratings are still there for Jonathan, offensively and defensively. Good two-way player for us. So he's now on that third line replacing Shaw for the time being. But yeah, things are not going well for us. We've got, I guess the first thing we'll do, let's take a look at our upcoming free agents. See if there's anybody here we want to resign. We got Wheeler, Yoki Haru, Bryson, Fisher, Toews, Blickfield, and Barry Boulet. Barry Boulet, Blickfield will both be gone. Toews will likely be gone. Fisher's interesting because he's really, really good defensively. But he's got the worst plus minus on the team right now. Bryson and Yoki Haru are 2 young defensemen that, let's see what they want, I guess. He wants $4.5 million. Bryson wants, I'm not paying either of them $4 million. Wheeler, we might be interested in bringing back a Blake Wheeler at $4.5 million, but we'll deal with that at the end of the year. We may end up trading him. I mean, the reality is we may end up trading him if things don't pick up for us here over the next 4 weeks. If come January 1st we're not, entrenched in a playoff spot, I'm not going to hold on to some of these players. And we're 6 points behind Philadelphia, and Philadelphia has 2 games in hand on us. So we're just not getting it done. Yeah, offensively, things have been really, really bad. So. We're just going to sim ahead a little bit and see if anything changes here over the next couple of weeks. It's a 4-1 win. Development report, Mastro Simone got better. Owen Power, he's up to 2.5-star, 5-star. Jack Quinn is now only 4-star, but he's up to 2.5-star. Mason Shaw, again, he's out, but it was a waiver wire pickup, man. That was a good waiver wire pickup. Poltapov is up to 5-star, so hopefully we can sign him next season. Dawson Seitz, we picked him up in the draft. Saganuk, we picked up. Yeah, Nemestikov is up to 2.5-star, 5-star. He'll be on the team next year as well. I don't think we are going to be looking to trade any of our we'll look at the box score for that game in a second. Any of our young players at this point. I think we're just gonna load up on our prospects next year. I mean, look at all the 3.5-star and up talent we have coming up here over the next couple of years. I mean, that's just it's a crazy amount of talent right there. We have a first and a second this year. We don't have a third. We trade our third like every year because that has got a ton of value for the AI. So, yeah, I mean, but if you look at our depth, I mean, Lankinen's had a good year, so I'd like to hang on to Lankinen and Pekka Luukkonen. Our goaltending's been fine. I'd like to hold on to both of them until Portillo is ready. I think that'll be, so Lankinen signed through next season, so maybe we keep him for one more year, and then we bring up Portillo. Klingberg has been fine, but if we're struggling this year, that may be somebody we look to move. Clefbaum has had a down season. One of these guys may move to make room next year for Ryan Johnson, or, Jokiharju and Bryson are probably both gone. So it might make sense to hold on to these 4 guys, and then 5 and 6 will be Johnson and Samuelsson, maybe. From a forward perspective, none of these guys are no doubters. I mean, first off, has 13 goals in 26 games. He could slide in if we move on from Fisher or something like that. Center, we got a lot of talent. Nemestikov is listed as a center. He'll be up next season, it looks like. So I don't know where we'll have him on the line, but Eichel, Middlestat, Shaw, Nemestikov, Master Simone as our 5 centers. Maybe Wheeler if we want to keep him on a line. And our right wings are rough, but again, if we bring in Poltapov, all of a sudden we're looking at Cousins, Quinn, Poltapov, Studnicka on the right. So we have a lot of young talent, but we're whatever reason, things are just not working this year. So we win this one 4-1. Eichel 2 assists, Klingberg a goal and an assist, Power with a goal. So Middlestat scores a 6th, Wheeler on the power play. Luukkonen stops 30 of 31. So that's a good start to the episode, I guess. We'll probably sim a month or so here. We'll get to January 1st, see where we stand, and then figure out if there are any deals we want to make. So, which is Cole Smith from the Seattle Kraken. No, I'm good there. I know there are some crazy names on the trade block. Yeah. Quinn Hughes, Cole McCarr, Sergachev, Puljujarvi. I mean, there's some crazy, crazy names on here. And I would love, to pick up Cole McCarr, but I don't know. I mean, what if we just started with? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. What if we gave you Poltapov and Nemestikov, and Portillo? Yeah, it's like I wouldn't make this deal, so that's not a thing. Sergachev. Ooh, that's a lot of money, but he's probably worth it. What about Hughes? What's he making? Oof, 8, 9, 10, and 8, huh? I see why they're trying to move him. Puljujarvi, what's he making? Oh, now we're talking. 25-year-old Jesse Puljujarvi? Sure. Let's see what we can do here. We offended them with that offer, and that's fair. That is fair. That's a nothing contract. You want Jokiharju? Can't add that much salary. Oh, okay, so they're right up against it. All right, well, we can't make that deal for now. That's fine. I was just kind of poking around right now to see what was available. Oops, kicked my desk. We can still get back. They just have so many games in hand on us. We need to go on a 8-9 game winning streak to really claw back into this. We're 16 points behind the Lightning. We're 6 points out of a playoff spot. So yeah, we need to go on a run here of some sort. Board confidence, they're probably not thrilled with us. Oh, we're 8-7 last month, so we were good. Better last month than we were previously. Mikey Anderson suspended. All right, let's get through the day. And we lose 3-1. Yeah, and this is what's happening. It's we're winning, then we're losing, then we're winning, then we're losing, but the offense just isn't clicking. So I think what I'm going to do is sim ahead a couple of weeks here off camera. And I'll come back, I don't know, middle of December. We'll sim the last couple of weeks of December, and then we'll figure out what to do with the team, whether we are in buy or sell mode this year. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. It is the 18th, Monday the 18th of December, and we've gone on a little run here. We're 15-15-1. We have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row, and 6 of 8. So we're back to 500-ish. Technically, we're still a game under 500 because we're 15-15-1, but nonetheless, we're still in 7th place. Yeah, I mean, we're still 3 points behind Ottawa, who has 4 games in hand. We're 5 points behind the Bruins, who have a game in hand. 5 points behind the Red Wings, who have a game in hand. It's just, I don't know. I mean, we're playing better, but I feel like we're in kind of this a limbo stage, if you will, this year, and I don't know that this is our year. We might be a year off. I'm not really sure. Offensively, we're still not really getting it done, although we've won 5 in a row, so it's been a little better. But I'm thinking about. And when I say, I'm thinking about being sellers this year, I'm not talking about, stripping it down to the studs. I'm talking about Wheeler, who isn't signed beyond this year, and Bryson, who isn't signed beyond this year, Yoki Haru, players that we aren't going to re-sign anyway. See what sort of value they have, and maybe move on from there, because none of our long-term deals I'm interested in trading. I'm not interested in trading Eichel or Dahlin or Olofsson or Middlestat, Kubalik, Tuck. I don't trade any of those guys. So I think we go to, I guess, let's do this first. Let's just pick one. Let's pick Yoki Haru because he's younger, and let's see what offers we get when we offer him up. Is it going to be all crap? Basically, a 6th round pick? Yeah, okay. Super. 24-year-old Mike Callahan? No. Ludwig Byström? Nope. Yeah, and this is what I expected. When you offer players out like this, typically you get trash returns. So I think the play is this. So I think instead of actively trying to move them, let's put some players on the trade block that we know we aren't bringing back next year. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go here and place on trade block. So we got Bryson and Yoki Haru on the block. Any forwards we absolutely want to put on the block? I mean, I think this... guys, hang on just a second. All right, we're back, and hopefully that'll be our last break. So, yeah, so we put Bryson and Yoki Haru on the trade block. We'll put Fisher on the trade block as well. I am recording, right? Yep, I am. I don't think there's really anybody else I want to put on the trade block. I mean, we'll see how Kubalik does the rest of the year. I mean, Tuck has gotten off to a rocky start for us, but he's just too talented. 26 goals last year. Olofsson's been fine. He's averaging almost a point a game the last 2 years. Middlestat's fine as our second line center with that 15 offense. There's not a whole lot here that I say, especially from a high cost perspective. So we'll start with those 3, Bryson, Yoki Haru, and Fisher, and see what sorts of responses we can get there. We'll just go ahead now and start simming ahead. We'll get to January. Once January 1st hits, if we're still kind of in this 6th, 7th spot, we'll take a look at actively trying to make a couple of trades. And then what I'll probably do next episode is I'll probably do January offline, and then we'll do February. We win again, 7-4. And we lose Dahlin for 2 weeks. Because, of course, we do. We're on a winning streak, so they got to hurt us. Wheeler with 3 assists. Olofsson with 2. Eichel, 2 goals and an assist. Klingberg, Power, Fisher, and Olofsson. Luukkonen only stops 22 out of 26, but it's enough. So Dahlin is out for 2 with a bicep strain. All right, so we will put Samuelsson out there. We'll change the lines a bit. We're going to put Power with Samuelsson, and we'll put Clefbaum. No, we're going to do this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So an offensive defenseman and a defensive defenseman on each line. So that'll work. So we're 16, 15, and 1, officially at 500 for the first time all season. Let's see if we can keep winning some games here. That's 6 wins in a row. See how the rest of December goes. Maltsev. Mikhail Maltsev. Nope, he's no good. Our next game is against Winnipeg. So Lankinen, 4th in the National Hockey League in save percentage. Eberle is on the trade block. I don't need a Jordan Eberle. 16, 15, and 2 now as we lose in overtime. We get goals from Olofsson and Studnicka. Connor and Perfetti for them. And then Jeff Malott scores in overtime with 3 seconds left in overtime. All right. Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be in sell mode this year. And again, not a tear it down sell mode, but we've got players that we aren't going to re-sign, so let's see what we can get for them kind of sell down. Yeah, games in hand, we've caught up with pretty much everybody, and we are still lagging behind. We're like 4 points behind the 6th place team, or 6 points behind the 6th place team. 4 points behind the Red Wings. Dahlin, premature to dress him. All right, so we'll finish this game against New Jersey. 16, 15, and 2. There we go, 17, 15, and 2. So we're continuing to play well here in December. Wheeler, Clefbaum, and Kubalik all in the 2nd. And Eichel with a 17 in the 3rd. First goal there. Does Cousins have a goal yet? I don't think Dylan Cousins has a goal yet. No goals and 18 assists in 34 games for Dylan Cousins. What do I got to do to get him some points? To get him some goals? I mean, that is his best. Playmaker and setup man focuses narrowly on getting the puck to other forwards on his side. We're going to try switching him to playmaker. Not that seems any different, but Dahlin, is he ready to come back? Nope. All right, let's keep going. Mac Hollowell. So we're now 2 points behind Detroit. Same number of games played. I mean, we're making a run here. We're only 9 points out of first. Maybe we don't make a trade. Maybe we don't move one of those players unless the offer we get is that good. We don't have Dahlin back yet. All right. So we got a game against Washington. Can we keep winning? 18, there we go. 18, 15, and 2. We win again. Tuck with a goal and 2 assists. Middlestat 2 assists. 4 goals in the first. Tuck, Wheeler, Kubalik, and Klingberg. They get a goal in the 2nd to make it 4-3. Ovi scores to make it 4-4. And then Klingberg scores his 10th of the year to make it 5-4. Still 2 points behind. I mean, we're closing. I mean, this is crazy. We are 3 points out of a playoff spot. So, yeah. And we have a game in hand on Toronto. So, maybe we aren't sellers after all. Maybe this run, hopefully, I mean, we'll see what happens here against New York, but scouting report, player poll results. Connor McDavid, the best skater and the fastest, is no surprise. Alex Cotton with the hardest shot. Curtis Gabriel's the toughest. DeBrincat is the best role model. Jacob Slavin, the cleanest. Elias Pettersson, the most controversial. Anthony Duclair, overrated. Adam Pelech, underrated. I would agree with that. Ryan Donato is the smartest. Hellebuck, the toughest goalie. And John Cooper, the coach you'd most like to play for. Let's see how December ends. Are we going to end up 19-15-2? We are. A 6-0 blowout of the Islanders. We are 19-15-2. Guys, we have come all the way back here. 5-goal first period. Kubalik, Olofsson, Eichel, Power, and Middlestat in the first. Studnicka shorthanded in the third. And we win 6-0. So let's go ahead and finish the day. Let's delete all these. So we are 1 point behind Toronto, 2 points behind Detroit, 4 points behind Florida, 5 points behind the Bruins, and 8 points behind Tampa. So we are hanging in there. Let it finish saving. And take a look at the stats. All right, so top selling jerseys: Lankinen, Eichel, Wheeler, Pekka Luukkonen, and Klingberg. Development: Cousins gets better. Still no goals. Pekka Luukkonen gets better. He's up to 3 stars now. Master Simone gets better again. Power gets better again. Quinn gets better. Samuelson, Studnicka, Poltapov gets better at a bunch of things. Kisakov gets better. Saganuk, Portillo. Yeah, man, we have got some studs. Nemestikov is 2.5 stars. Can't wait to get him up next year. We're 9-2-1 last week. He's very happy with the way things went. And, all right, so standings. Let's go to conference. We're in 9th place. We are in 9th place. We are 1 point out of a playoff spot. So I don't think we sell off unless we get a trade offer that blows us out of the water. In fact, is it time to try to get out ahead of the trade block? Crosby, Malkin. I mean, if we're going to do something, it's going to be the offense, right? Because the defense, we've been fine. If we look at team stats, we're 4th from the bottom in goals scored, 2.75 goals a game. Oh, wait. 8th from the bottom, 2.75 goals per game. We scored 99 goals in 36 games. Our goals against is 4th best in the NHL. So our problem is goal scoring. Our power play percentage is 9th from the bottom at 16, and our PK is where? 25th. Okay, so our PK is pretty good. It's offense. It comes down to our offense. So where can we improve offensively? I mean, Eichel's fine. Olofsson's doing fine. We're not going to trade Wheeler. We're not going to trade Middlestat. Kubalik is up to 10 goals. Studnicka's struggling. Quinn is struggling, but he's, a young player that we're going to lean on. Fisher is struggling. So maybe finding like a second line winger and moving Kubalik down to the third line to go along with Taves and Olofsson? Let's see. Crosby's got 2 years. Malkin has got 2 years. 7.5, 7.5. I'm just curious. Crosby's... Are you kidding me with that contract? Yeah, $3 million. So he's got a $3 million salary, but a cap hit of 8.7. So I'm not sure how that works. It's a little weird. Eberle's on a 1-year deal. Really good offensively. I mean, maybe we try to bring in a Jordan Eberle. I'm not willing to give up anything of real substance for him, given that he's a free agent that we have zero intention of re-signing. But maybe we can trade one of the defensemen that we aren't going to bring back. Yeah, it's hardly likely. I'm not really keen on giving up any real talent for him. Sabres rights. Is there anybody here that I'm willing? Cameron Allen is already 2.5 stars. Wow. Okay. So he'll be around next year. Seitz, Harvin T. So Seitz was an 18-year-old. We drafted him a year ago. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I certainly don't want to give up Harvin T with those offensive ratings. So Novikov. So Seitz. I don't want to give up the 18-year-old. I'd rather give up some 20-year-olds. Devin Levy. I mean, if they would do this, I would do it. I mean, I don't think they will, but can we give you a late pick too? Will that flip this here at all? Let's try this. Talafa, Novikov, Levy, and a 4th for Jordan Eberle. Oh, you know what? Here, let's do this. I will give you Fisher. Let's see if they take that. Let's sim ahead until we see what they say about that deal. If they say no, we're probably just going to call it, and we'll try to make some moves as we get closer to the deadline. As we lose, we lose a tough one, 5-1, get blown out. That's not good. Fall a little bit out of the postseason race here. We need to have a month. January needs to be the same as December, frankly. We need to have another, 9-2-1 stretch or something like that in order to really have a shot here. So no way. It's close to being all right. Yeah, I'm not comfortable giving up anybody that is 19 or other. I would rather not give up Middlestat. Those ratings are really good given the fact that he's half a star. So I feel like if he develops into that 3-star, he's going to have some pretty solid ratings here. So I'm not comfortable giving him up. I don't want to give up any of the 18-year-olds, at least any of the good ones. Will Smith at 18 with a 14 physical rating. I'm not crazy about giving that up. Kurdyavtsev. Decent offensive ratings. I mean, I'll throw in a draft pick. I'll throw in a 4th-round pick in 2026. If they say no to that, we're just going to back out for now, and we'll wait until we get closer to the trade deadline and see if we can pick up a better deal. So we win there 2-0. We get goals from Eichel and Klingberg in the first, and we make it hold on. Are we still without? Oh, now we're without Klingberg, too, for 1 to 2 weeks. Outstanding. All right, so we got to go down to Rochester and call up a defenseman. 13, 14. I guess we call up Ryan Johnson, and he's not quite ready, but we will call him up. Yes, I know he's injured. We'll sim ahead. Simon Ryfors, 14, 13. I mean, he looks okay. Not really anything better than what we have, so we'll keep continuing. Hopefully we get Dahlin back here relatively soon, because now we're without our top 2 defensemen. And that is a problem. 20, 16, and 2. I mean, we're only 6 points out of first place, which is the crazy thing. Dahlin ready for contact. Still best if he's held out. Ugh. All right, so we're without both our top 2 defensemen for this one. That's no good. Garrett Hathaway being offered up. He's in Hershey. Wow. Well, he's not very good. All right, well, let's sim this day. See if we can win without our 2 top defensemen against a bad San Jose team. And we blow them out 6-2. Let's go. Tuck with 3 assists. Yoki Haru a goal and 2 assists. Kubalik with a goal and an assist. Eichel with his 21st. Still no goals for Dylan Cousins. He's got 22 assists on the year and no goals. Huh. All right, well, whatever. We win. So we're 21-16-2 now. A point behind Toronto with a game in hand. 2 points behind Detroit. 2 points behind Florida. 6 behind Tampa and Boston. So we are... We're coming on. We're coming on. We were 10-15-1. So 11-1-1 in our last 12 games. We get Dahlin back. That's huge. So we will replace him with Rasmus Dahlin. Sim ahead. We should be getting what's his name back soon? Klingberg. We should be getting him back soon too as well. Another win. We're 12-1-1 in our last 14 games, 22-16-2. We get a goal from Middlestat in the third, and then we win in the shootout. Luukkonen stops 32 out of 33. This has been a good stretch. I'm glad we didn't. Look at that. We just jumped up to 5th. I'm glad we didn't sell off those pieces at the beginning of the year, that we just hung tight with what we had. So what I'll do is offline between now and Friday is I'll play through the end of January, and the next episode will be the trade deadline and probably March, and then we'll do April and hopefully postseason after that. All right, so they're not giving us a Jack Eichel suspended for 7 games. Are you for real? Come on, man. All right, so Blickfield, he's certainly not going to be playing the first-line center. We'll move Taves up. Studnicka can play center, so he'll center that third line. Oh, is Clefbaum hurt too? Yeah, Clefbaum's hurt too. He's day-to-day. All right, let's just get to the next game, and we will call it an episode. Injuries and suspensions, hopefully those aren't our downfall. We got good goaltending, good defense. Our offense has started to pick it up here, and we are we're hanging in there. So it is January 11th. We are 22-16-2. We are 5 points out of first place, 4 points out of second place, 2 points out of third, and 1 point out of first. In the conference, we are in 7th place. We are in the playoffs as of right now. 105 goals allowed is the best in the Eastern Conference, second best in the NHL. 113 goals is towards the bottom of the pack, but it's at least going in the right direction. And again, we are really, really good on the road and not very good at home, which is bizarre. But we were 10-15-1 when this run started. So that's 12-1-1 in our last 14 games. It has lofted us into 7th place with an opportunity to add between now and the trade deadline. So what do you guys think we should add? What do you think we should add? Who do you think we should move, if anybody? And what do you think we should be looking for to improve the offense here down the stretch? Let me know in the comments below. Next video will be Friday. I appreciate your watching, everybody. I appreciate your support. We'll talk to everybody soon. Take care. Bye-bye.